Hello everybody, welcome to another Eternal video. We're gonna have to mulligan this hand, so I'm gonna do that in a second. But I first want to give a huge shout out to all the wonderful supporters who help make this possible. My subs and patrons on Twitch, and of course on patreon.com, which you can check out down below. And of course everybody who helps support me, like my wonderful sponsor, inkgaming.com, who does lots of cool playmats and dice bags and other cool gaming gear and help keep me in business. You can check them out down below, and you can even use a code from me for 12% off your order. I'm going to redraw this hand, though, like I said. The deck this week, actually, it's got Seek Power. This is fine, especially with Elysian merchants here. We are trying to do Caiphus Cleaver. I have been very, very much addicted to Caiphus. You can go and look at the deck tech video that came before this if you want to see the whole reasoning behind all the picks. But essentially, it's a lot of, like, what they called the diesel cards, which are Worldbearer, Behemoth, and Jotun Feastcaller, things like that, that when they attack, they up their ability and become more and more powerful for every time that they attack. And things like fight abilities and mirror image, dark return to keep getting them back over and over and over once they have killer, and just constantly gain a massive amount of value. Do I want to keep Seek Power? I might, because it will let me get to triple time. Ooh. I wouldn't just mind drawing like a Jotun. I'm gonna bottom it for now, and we're gonna Elysian Merchant, go and get an Elysian banner probably. Almost certainly for Mirror Image. I like Mirror Image, but it's not doing anything when we don't have any fat right now. The start of this hand has been pretty unfortunate, but we can draw out of it really, really easily. All we just need to do is draw like a Jotun Feastcaller or even a Caiphus. Worldbearer would be great. Lots of different things that we can hit. Worldbearer would be a little bit less ideal now that we put that on the bottom, but I mean the odds that we can actually find a card like that again are pretty high. We'll be able to find another time. I think... Oof. It's so awkward. I might have to take the banner, even though we just don't have any gas. So I'm going to do that, then we can use Elysian Merchant to get the other Worldbearer Behemoth out. Like, switch this out, play the Elysian banner. Something like that. I'll see what the draw is like first. Opponent also going to market. Strategize. So we're going to strategize first, because that'll give us a better idea of what we can market away. Alright. This'll let us actually get to triple time, so I think I need to bottom that. And I don't want to get rid of Annihilate. Our opponent looks like they're on Feln. They may be playing some Berserk things. It does kill a Merchant, although obviously it has Aegis right now, so it's a little bit of an issue. I'm going to bottom the Primal Sigil. And then we're going to play... Oof. This is going to be a tough one. Like, what would I trade here? I feel like I actually just go Trailmaker and make sure that I have all of my different colors for now. Then we can figure things out. Like, this will set up for Caiphus, too. If they're not actually killing one of these, then we can Caiphus, and then we're okay.
Now it's my turn.
Sure. That's annoying, and kind of scary. But we do have the Annihilate, which is kind of nice. We can also now trade Elysian Merchant, boom, get a Worldbearer Behemoth, or a Cirso's Cleaver. Too bad we can't get Mirror Image back out. I could take the risk and just try and run Caiphus here. I think I'm going to do that first, because it's a better usage of all of our power cards. Ooh, we got Revenge on it. Nice. Okay. So Caiphus with Revenge is really broken. It can always refresh it, too. And I'm actually going to Crest of Wisdom to see what we get. Yeah, we want Feastcaller. So next turn we can Feastcaller and Annihilate. We don't even have to Merchant yet. We can just wait. Okay, well, guess I won't be able to do both, but that's... it's acceptable. We'll put it that way. We will take the hit. Because I'm just going to try and murder that if I can. I imagine they've got a Haunting Scream. They're probably grabbing that. Wow. They've got a bunch of merchants. I mean, we do too, but I haven't been able to use mine yet. This is going to be scary. Kind of hope that they double block, and I will not use Annihilate there, by the way. Okay. Well. Annihilate that. And I'm just going to pass. Dark Return is just too powerful for what we're doing. I don't really want to use anything. I don't want to, like... Sorry. Not that I'm saying that I would Dark Return back Trailmaker, more that I would use Aurelian Merchant to trade Dark Return for something else. I have to imagine that they're going to use either Dark Return or a Haunting Scream. Probably a Haunting Scream. Like, Genev Merchants with Vara really say to me... I was going to say, really scream to me. Wow, okay. We haven't seen a single market card yet, either. They've marketed 3 times and done nothing with it. Really confused as to what they're grabbing, then. Oh, there we go again. Huh. Nice. Send the team. And then we can strategize. We might draw a power card so we can play Jotun Feast Caller. And we might even just, like, randomly hit Caiphus again. I also really like having that protection, because they could have... I haven't seen it too often recently, but I've seen it occasionally where they'll play a Rain of Frogs, and I don't want to get Rain of Frogs. Really don't want to get Rain of Frogs. There's the Dark Return. That's acceptable.
Now it's my turn.
I'll get rid of that. It sucks that it gets rid of the Aegis on the Feast Caller. That's the biggest problem, honestly. Ooh. I'm going to play this Worldbearer, and we're just going to pass. We can't really attack with the 4-4. If they want to get in with the 6-7, it does allow us to get back in with both. They probably have removal for something. Like, I would think that they'd get, like, a Permafrost. What? Double Hailstorm? I can just take it. I don't know why they want to do that, but I can't imagine that there's a reason why I would need to trade it. Okay. So I actually could have done something a little bit tricky here. Turns out that I could have. I wasn't 100% certain that I wouldn't get depleted power, because we've got a lot of crests. But if I had just gone for an undepleted power source on this, I could have attacked Vara, let it die, and then just drawn it back immediately with Dark Return. Much like they're doing now. Funny that Aegis and Vara work out so poorly. It's one of the reasons why I only have 2 Varas in this list, because it's just so bad. But, funny enough, opponent's running it too. It's still a really powerful card. It's just so much worse than it was before. Wow. I could really use to draw that Caiphus. So if we Aurelian Merchant, trade Caiphus, I'm just thinking. Aurelian Merchant, trade Caiphus, we get 2. So let's just say that there's even 1. That brings us to 9 if we play this. We can go 3, 4, 5. Dark Return it back, but that's not enough. So we'd have to hit both times. I think I might need to do that. Like, that just might have to be what I do anyways.
A customer.
Oh, I did it wrong. I meant to hit this. I did it again. Wow, we're so lucky. I am so lucky right now. Okay. Well, kind of wish I'd kept Caiphus. As it turns out, we hit kind of everything we needed. Now we can just mirror image, like, now that we've mirror imaged this, we can just Dark Return it again, get an 11-12. Oh, they did have Rain of Frogs. They had main deck Rain of Frogs, though, which is interesting. Eventually, we've got to hit that Caiphus again. Now I'm kind of glad that we didn't have Caiphus in our hand, though. So there is that. I wonder what else they marketed for, because they didn't market for that. I mean, we've eventually got to hit something, right? There we go.
You were no match for me.
Oh, and it even got charged. But unfortunately, we had to already be attacking, so not much we can do about that. Do another power card, too. Another Xenan initiation. I think we've got enough at this point. Let's just pass. And I'm feeling pretty good about this. They need to kill Caiphus, but they also need to kill Worldbearer, and honestly, Jotun Feast Caller's not doing them any favors either. This is a little scary. I imagine they have, like, Permafrost, which they can use to get... Oh, they're going to use it on that. Okay. Well, I mean, we just block here, and we win the game. Pretty sure we can win off of this. Get another one. Ooh, baby. Yeah, here we go. Just needed a cleaver. And 16 damage. Smashy, smashy. Win the game. Still could have played Caiphus and another Xenan initiation too to just make sure that the board's totally clear. Or used, like, the Jotun Feast Caller. You can kind of tell that, like, once we get a couple of swings in with any of the creatures that we have, there's really not much that opponents can do about it unless they're doing something really insane, like Talir combo. And, yeah, they weren't doing that, so... Pretty easy pickup at the end there for us, and let's go to game 2. Okay, for game 2, I mean, we're going to need more than 2 power. It's kind of close. I mean, if it was a way to have multiple time, you almost want to keep it just because Dawnwalker plus Xenan initiation's pretty nasty, but as it is, let's just try and redraw this. Definitely need to scout really nicely here. Let's definitely keep that. That'll help us get Dawnwalkers online. And if we can just draw a couple of power cards, we're actually in pretty decent shape. This might be Combre aggro. If it is, I know that that one's kind of a tough matchup. It can be. It really depends on, like, what we hit. If we can get some killer cards, we might be able to do it. But our hand's a little dicey, as you might have noticed. Oh, are they temporal? Oh, if they're temporal, this is great for us. The thing is against temporal is that every card that we have is a massive threat, and they can't silence everything. So we're pretty okay with this. I mean, temporal hasn't been very good for a while, and I was an advocate of temporal actually seeming more powerful than it was even when it was, you know, before it was being nerfed. That's a whole other discussion, though. Okay, well. Send in the clowns. There's the Desert Marshal. Great start. They only have so many of those, though. Plus, there's the simple fact that, like, I still have a lot of gas myself. Can't silence all of it. I mean, maybe they can. We'll see. Geneve Merchant. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Maybe they're running Chalice instead. Although, no, that wouldn't make any sense with Chalice either. That one's a really awkward draw for us, actually. For a few reasons. It means that we can't really play it right now. I'm gonna do this. it means that our Dawnwalker has killer. So we can get it back with this. Oh! Oh, I like their deck a lot more now. Okay. Yeah, I like this. So they're probably Tome of Repetition, which we have done already. This is a sweet deck. And now they're going to Vanquisher's Blade. If they do that, we probably are dead already. Yeah, Tome of Repetition. They can just get to ramp like crazy now, because they just get 2 free cards off of this. And then every single spellcraft weapon that they have now is unreal. I really, 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 really wish we could mirror image. But we'll attack. If we get an undepleted power, cool. Then we do get Caiphus. Didn't get... You know, I'm actually going to kill this. Because it has the Tome of Repetition on it, and that might be really key. I'd love Killer, but it didn't get it. It's too bad that we didn't get any Primal off of our poor Worldbearer. They didn't have removal last time. Oh, but now they have a Merchant. It might just be like a Permafrost. They could be getting Gleaming Shield. No, they didn't mark it for that. But that's actually fine. I mean, it's a lot of damage and a lot of life gain. But I can deal with it. Because we can copy Caiphus. And depending on what we copy off of Caiphus, could be amazing. Berserk Deadly. That's what I wanted. Wait, was it Deadly? No, Overwhelm, Reckless. Hold up. Yeah, Deadly, okay. Making sure. Like, I gotta make sure that this is correct, because I really don't want to mess that up. And then, yes, we will attack twice. Caiphus can just start being the beatdown that it needs to be. And we're back to winning the race. We get to play a second Caiphus next turn. If we can get a Dark Return, we're in great shape. Probably don't even get the Caiphus, unfortunately. I probably get Worldbearer, so we can try and land these Jotun Fee Scholars. Ooh, baby. Sorry, opponent. Oh, Equivocate. Well done, well done. That was a great hit for them. I could have actually copied this because it has Killer. That was probably the right thing to do. Wow, another Merchant. Oh, that is going to be really, really hard for us. 3 Merchants already? That's insane. Yikes. We might actually be in trouble here. I mean, if they had that many Merchants, I mean, yikes. Flying. Aegis in charge? Yes. Phew. We have an interesting proposition here. We can just attack, and if they don't have a spellcraft weapon, we win. Or some other ways to pump it. I think I'm just going to do that. We'll take the risk. Risk it for the biscuit. They can't just always have it, right? Right? That's not enough either. Whew. It's close, though. That one's close. End the game. Very nice. Well, once again, definitely going to be mulliganing this. Pretty cool hand otherwise, but... I mean, hands tend to look really, really nice when all they have is actual gas and not power cards to play that. This hand looks great, though, actually. We can get the Worldbearer Behemoth off of this, you've got to remember. So if we can get enough time, we can just Trailmaker for more time. Uh-oh. That's a little bit of a problem. And then we can use Twilight Hunt right away. So against Skycrag aggro, if this is what it is, we're heavily in... we're the underdog. We're the heavy underdog in this matchup. Yeah, it's Skycrag aggro. But if we can get a Worldbearer Behemoth or similar card without actually losing too much life, they have a really hard time beating through it. So it's all about, like, us surviving just long enough. Like, we're short of the power card that we need. So we can Elysian Merchant for the Worldbearer, but then we can't even play it because we don't have the time. We'd have to top deck time, which maybe we do. I kind of think that we throw away Dark Return here, because this game is going to not be decided by us getting a lot of value by Dark Returning. It's generally going to be decided a lot earlier than that. If they attack with both, this time I might block with Trailmaker and use Worldbearer, like, hope to land Worldbearer afterwards, because I can still do it if I top deck a power card. And we can go like this. I'm a little scared to put the Merchant at risk, but I don't think they're going to bother killing it just yet. They'd rather just keep expanding their board. Yeah. Okay. So this will set us up for everything. We have to pass the turn again. But we haven't lost a lot of life yet. They've gained some incremental advantage, no question. But, like, they didn't kill the Merchant last turn. I don't think they're going to do it this turn. And then I can Worldbearer and Twilight and immediately get a lot of value. Make sure they're not getting any Berserks. Annihilate's pretty decent against them. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. I actually kind of like Mirror Image here because they're likely to have... If they're going to have removal for this, it's going to be a Permafrost, and it just gets it out from under Permafrost right away. I'm really glad that we threw away a Dark Turn, by the way, because woof. Some unfortunate problems since then. Pummel that. Yeah, like, that's fine. Sure, now they kill the Merchant, but we actually don't need the Merchant anymore because now we have the Behemoth. Now the Behemoth's online, we're actually fine with this. Okay, so we have the Annihilate. We can Dark Return if we want. Dark Returning back like a Merchant actually doesn't seem like a bad idea. If we can land a Zindel, that's so much stabilization, I'm not sure what they can do about it. So here's an interesting thing. I think I actually want to attack first, which might seem strange, but you've got to realize that we get extra stacks on it by doing this. So it ups its ability, and then we copy it again, and it becomes a better, bigger threat. Now we can do it again, but for even more. We will definitely bottom that. And at this point, Elysian Merchant's looking pretty good, especially for our boy Azindel here. We have Annihilate up, we have 2 lethal creatures here. They're stuck on power. We're at 15 life. Don't think they're going to get out of this. There we go. Whew! Yeah, we needed them to stumble a little bit, but once they did, man, Worldbearer can really, really turn a game, even against Skycrag. That is definitely our worst matchup, so I'm pretty happy that we did that. Okay, I wanted to give a slight correction, because I said that was our worst matchup, and then I thought, you know what, actually, Haunted Highway might be worse. And Haunted Highway is everywhere. So I will wholly admit that Haunted Highway is a problem for us. And you might want to switch out things like Vara's in the list for Sandstorm Titans. Maybe even just like some extra Jotuns can go away so that you can play more Sandstorm Titans, because stopping flying Varas and bandit leaders and stuff like that seems kind of important right now with how big Haunted Highway is. If you don't know what Haunted Highway is, it's the 3-color Haunting Scream deck with like Bandit Queen and Crunch and all kinds of like Vara, things like that. I'm keeping this hand because we have the double Strategize, Bottom that. And the merchant, too, is kind of the big one. Because if we can get a single power card, then we can merchant for other power cards, and then we're probably in the clear. Really need to draw something here, though. Oof. Barely. Yikes, that got a little dicey. Still don't have Shadow either. This is certainly... This is the toughest draw we've had so far. Okay. Oof. So now we do this instead of going for Merchant. Let's see what else we can get. Okay, we can bottom a Waystone because we already have triple Primal. We can go for another Time Power that way. And then we're kind of set up. I mean, I don't really want to use the Merchant just to get Elysian Banner because we don't have a threat yet. So I'd like it to get Worldbearer. Or Croonhammer's a problem because this one no longer has power. Makes it a whole lot worse. Let's get a time card. I mean, I can Dark Return it, I suppose. So we can actually... That might be the thing that we want to do. I'm going to go... exchange the Cobalt Waystone for the banner. Then we can Dark Return it. Trade Twilight Hunt probably for the... Worldbearer Behemoth, and then we've got a Worldbearer and a Twilight Hunt still. And I'm thinking our opponent will eventually play creatures. Yeah, like that one. Not that I'm super pumped to see that, but that is what I was looking for. Okay, well there's Xenan Banner. I'm going to wait on doing anything to that, and we're just going to grab back Merchant. I could immediately go for the Worldbearer and just take the damage from that. I think that might even be the play. Plus, I'm going to get rid of Twilight Hunt and get the Worldbearer. So this is a strange way to do things. The reason why I'm doing this is that I don't want to exchange this because they're probably going to kill this, and what I can do is instead go... I'll take the damage. I can go Worldbearer Behemoth, play the Xenan Banner, then Twilight Hunt onto the Worldbearer Behemoth, still staying at 6 and making sure that I can actually have it combo off. Because otherwise they kill that, like they did, and now we're stuck on 4. I can't even play this. And I certainly can't do this. I'm hoping that they don't have double Annihilate. Looks like they do. That's really, really, really awful for us. I mean, they shouldn't be thinking about it at all. It's like the easiest thing in the world if they have it. Yeah. That sucks. I was hoping that we could Dark Return it and that would really stabilize us, but having double Annihilate is just backbreaking. Really awesome hand for our opponent. Our early stumbles have really come back to hurt us. And our opponents deciding whether or not to put a weapon on it, I guess. I don't know.
Halt!
Oof. Mirror Image can be great. This is not the time where Mirror Image is great. Oh, they have more gas. They have like another Annihilate. Wow, that's so bad for us if they do. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. We're just kind of stuck, but that's pretty brutal. So we'll Dark Return, get the Worldbearer, play a Trailmaker, and we can Annihilate, but we're going to wait. They obviously have some kind of both removal and or a weapon, and I might have to chump block here and Annihilate the flyer. Maybe they just have like a finest hour? I don't know. I mean, at this point, it might still just be better to do this and not take any damage. I think that's actually the right play. I don't love it. But I get the feeling like they've got another Annihilate. They've got triple Annihilate in hand, almost for sure. Which means that we're stuck having this die again, and we're going to take 5 that turn. Yep, they had the Bloodletter too. Kinda like I thought. Play the smaller Worldbearer because there's not really much point in playing the bigger one. We're gonna just have to chump block for now. And they'd just kill it here. Some means or another. Yeah. They had a really, really awesome hand against us, and we just had a hard time finding a spot where we could actually land Annihilates and things. Stumbled for way too long at the start of the game. That's what happens sometimes. Okay, here for the finals. Done pretty well so far. 3-1 in Masters. Had a pretty awkward draw against our last opponent, but we also beat Skycrag because they stumbled, so I think that evens itself right about out. This one, whew, it's like the greediest keep in the universe because I have to draw a bunch of power cards or more gas, but double Caiphus. Listen, Caiphus is my fam. I gotta do him a solid and let him shine here if I can. So ridiculous. I love this card. I'm loving this card and I like it, and I also at the same time fully admit that the minute that it's actually like a tier 1 deck, they should really nerf this. They need to get rid of it. It's way too much RNG. Dark Return is super powerful with everything we have, but I'm not sure that we'll have the time. I'm going to bottom it for now. Like, that is the dream, right? Like, Dark Return, Caiphus, Dark Return, Vara, like, those are the #1 things that we want to be doing. But we don't know that we can actually get that to happen yet. We're kind of short on the power. Drawing the power afterwards does make me feel a little bit sad, because it means we could have at least gotten Vara. But, yeah, I mean, it was way too greedy to actually keep it at that point. I played the Feln banner instead of holding up Annihilate, just kind of hoping they wouldn't have anything too insane. Oh, they're probably Talir combo. That could be interesting. And I also just want to make sure that we're curving out into Vara. We now have 5. Vara into Vara actually still seems okay.
It's written right here.
Man, opponent's hand is great right now. This is scary. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're... Turn 3 Mask of Torment into a whole lot of awesomeness is not good for us. So they're like... They look like they might be on the absolute nut combo hand. It's a deck that doesn't operate that well. I did it a long time ago. If you haven't seen the deck, I did this a month ago on my channel. And it's good, but it's like really, really iffy as to when it lands. Sometimes you nail it, and sometimes it nails you. I'm gonna go Crest of Wisdom and set up for our Caiphus's soon here. Do I want Worldbearer? Kind of. Definitely just kill that. They have the Sandstorm Titan, and we're going to be taking a little bit of a beating from that for a turn or two, but then we have Caiphus, and I'm okay with this. Caiphus can do a lot of very, very silly things. Lifesteal, double damage, revenge. Like that. That's pretty good. Because I will absolutely trade Caiphus with anything. No question. Okay, I'm really glad they didn't have the Merchant to go and get, like, Talir and start trying to combo. Now, ooh. I really want to get this Cleaver online. For now, what we're going to do is just grab another power card. Play Caiphus. We want to play Caiphus first because Caiphus can get charge. This one had Aegis. Loses it because of Vara. Yep. angry that they're drawing more power cards. How much did they gain off of this, though? Yeah, so they're at 10, which is a fair bit more than us. I mean, it's 2 more power cards, I suppose. No, it's not even that. They've got 2... Yeah, they have the same amount of power that we do. Okay. That's not that bad. Let's go banner to the bottom, and we're gonna go get this killer, give this feeding time, and start smashing our opponent to death. I could have just attacked, but kept up the killer. Ooh, they don't have Talir. Oof. Maybe I should have kept the killer, because this is scary. If they can just land Talir, they might combo off immediately. Worldbearer, get another card, and pass the turn. I'm going to hold on to one of them so we can go for the market if we need to. And hopefully they don't land Talir. Even with Talir, it's not super likely that they land it. Okay, cool. But it's possible. They had a really good start, but they just kind of petered out. Didn't end up landing Talir or a Merchant, and that tends to be the game for us. That was always my experience with that Talir deck, too, is that it's so reliant on very specific cards that it's a glass cannon. It's insane when it works, but sometimes it just doesn't hit what it needs to, and if it doesn't get a mask really early, then it can be a little too slow, and if it doesn't get Talir, you know, then it can just kind of sit there and flounder in the middle of the game like it did there. In any case, I hope you all enjoyed this. This was fantastic. I really, really like this deck. I'm really, really big fan of Caiphus right now. It's much like Echo Mokto. It's silly and over the top and kind of random in a fun way when you're playing it, and then it's also like probably really, really bad for the format if it actually becomes good. So it's kind of similar to that. It does feel a lot like Echo Mokto. Caiphus can go in almost everything, which does scare me, but I'm having fun with it right now, and I hope you are too. I know this deck is a lot of Shiftstone, but if you happen to have a lot of the older cards, because like some of these are not the newest things, like Dawnwalkers aren't too bad. Vara is from the new campaign, but it's a campaign, so you don't have to like use a ton of Shiftstone for it, and I mean, it's a lot of legends. There's Cleavers and Feast Callers and Worldbearers. Caiphus is a promo at least, so you might have gotten some copies of that. In any case, I hope you certainly enjoyed this. If you want to look at all of the choices that I made for the actual deck itself, you can go and look at the deck tech or ask about it in the comments below. And big shout out again to all the subs and patrons who make this possible, and to inkedgaming.com for helping me out so much in sponsoring the stream, giving me some cool swag, and I really appreciate, like I said, all of the support from everybody. If you want a channel shirt as well, which you can see on the screen right now, then you can also check that out down below, because we've got brand new channel shirts, and I've been giving them away in our sub Tournament of Power. So if you stop by the Twitch channel and you are a sub, you can send me in a deck. Send it in on the Discord, I'll play it on stream, and then every month we enter them all into a Tournament of Power, play them off until they're eliminated. You can see all the decks here. And at the end of the month, we'll find one winner and give away some cool prizes, either inkgaming.com playmats or mouse pads or some shirts. And yeah, they've been pretty awesome. So thanks everybody for stopping by. See you next week.